evening students. Today discuss lesson number 7, page number 77, agro-based industries. What are the agro-based industries we observe in our surroundings? The industry which was based on the agricultural product. Which industries based on the agricultural product? Those names are called agro-based industries. First example is textile industry, means cloth industries. Textile industries occupy the unequal position in the Indian economy. It is contributed the significantly to industrial production of the 14% of employment generated in India. It is the second largest after the agriculture sector. Nearly 35 million people directly employed through this one. Foreign exchanging earnings more than 24.6%. It is contributed to 4% of towards the GDP. So it is only the industries in the country which one is self-reliant and completely the value chain from raw material to highest value was added. Now see this one different sectors we can observe from the part of the cotton industries where the agro-based industry knows about textile industries, how they are the stages the cloths are prepared on. Okay, the cotton textiles, it is ancient in India, means meanwhile more than Jesus period before the East also we observed handmade textiles produced from the India. The hand spinning and handlooms are weaving techniques. After 18th century the power loom systems are came to in India. Our traditional industry suffered to setback during the colonial period because they could not come competitive with the milk trade because of the colonials, mostly Britishers. Finished cloth they are dumped in India. India they are encouraged only raw material to export to England. That's why. And the second one is the purchasing capacity of the people also comparative to select the goods. On the time Indian handmade cloth cost is more than the spinning mill cloth. That's why today they are in nearly 16 cotton industry even made fabric textiles in the country. 80% of these are the private sector and rest of in the public and cooperative sectors. Apart from these, we can several thousand of small factories, 4 to 10 looms are there here. The early years cotton textile industries concerned in the cotton growing belt, mostly Maharashtra and Gujarat, where the availability of the raw material, the cotton, raw cotton and marketing transporters, including the accessibility of the port facilities because of finishing goods are exported to foreign countries, most part of East Asian countries. That's why port facilities also very need to export the goods. Lowest cost of the labor, moist climate and contribute the towards to the location. The industry close to link with agriculture and provide the living of the farmers. So most part cotton ball plucker workers engaged in ginning, spinning, weaving, dyeing, designing, packing, tailoring and sewing. So the industries create the demand support of many other industries such as chemical dyes, mill stores, package material and engineering work also very essential for these industries. Okay, well spinning cotton in Uzbekistan, centralized in Maharashtra, Gujarat, Tamil Nadu, the weaving is highly decentralized to provide a scope of the incorporating traditional skills designing, weaving and the cotton, silk, zari and embroidery. Throughout in India there are different sectors we can observe in our part. India has world class productions of spinning, but weaving supplies a low quality of the fabrics which cannot use much of the high quality yarn produced in the country. So weaving is done by the handlooms, power looms in the mills. The handlooms most part of Khadi provide a large scale employment to the weavers in their homes as a cottage industries. Today we can say so many people are handmade spinning mills are there. India export to yarn to Japan and other import of cotton goods from India are used such as USA, United Kingdom, Russia, France, East European countries, Nepal, Singapore, Sri Lanka and the African countries. We are export these goods. Okay, next second one, jute textiles. This name is called gold fiber jute. It is the largest, second largest. It is the largest producer of the raw material jute and jute goods and stand at the second place in the export after the Bangladesh. First place of Bangladesh, second place in India. There are about 70 jute mills in India. Most of these are located in West Bengal, mainly along the banking of Hooghly River, which is 98 kilometers long, 3 kilometers wide, and terrain marshy lands where they are available. There the jute plant is grown very well in these areas. Factories responsible for the evacuation of the Hooghly River basin. Why? Almost of factories are situated beside of the Hooghly River point. The reason is proximately of the jute producing areas inexpensive water transportation, support by the goods of the networking of the railways, roadways, and the waterway facilities movement of the raw material to the mills, abundant of water for the processing of the raw jute. Most part jute processing of more water is needed. That's a river Hooghly to provide this water and water transportations and water facilities and linked with the railways or waterways and roadways. And also lowest cost amount of the workers also available here. The raw jute cheap labor from the West Bengal, adjoining states Bihar and Odisha, Uttar Pradesh, they are come to the West Bengal too as a workers. The Kolkata is the largest urban center, provide the banking, insurance and port facilities export to the jute goods to foreign countries. So the jute industry support to 2.61 lakh people work directly, and 40 lakh small and marginal farmers who are engaged with the cultivation of the jute and mesta. Many people are associated in the directly or indirectly, or they are joining in the practice. Challenges faced these industries, including the stiff competition of the international marketing from the synthetic fibers, such as from competitors like Bangladesh, Brazil, Philippines, Egypt, to Thailand. The international trade demand has become the encouraged due to government policies. The mandatory use the jute packing. The stimulated demands the product needs to the diversified. In 2005, national jute policy was formed. The objective to increase the production in improving the quality. Okay, tomorrow remaining part I will explain for you. Thank you.